Hi everybody, welcome back to Good Evening KU. We are your hosts. I am Jaden Hill.
And my name's Charlotte James.
So we have a lot to talk about today, but first and foremost, we have to talk about the weather.
Oh my goodness, this weather today, I woke up and it was just pouring outside.
Again, I mean, it's been like 48 hours of rain. At this point, all of my shoes are practically soaked. I had to actually, I'm not even joking, so I went to the gym last night, but my shoes were so soaked from like the rain and everything, I pulled out my insoles and had to use a hairdryer to dry them because like it was so wet. Like I had no other shoes. Yeah.
I mean, rain is my favorite weather, but I mean, it's changed a little since getting to college and having to walk in the rain. I do still love it. All good things happen on rainy days, as my parents say. But you know, I am getting a little tired of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I mean, at least it's warm out. It could be worse. It could be cold.
Like sleeting. Sleet is the worst weather for sure. Like what is sleet? Like that's just it's awful. Like nothing is happy about sleet. Like at least rain is like okay, yeah, it's a rainy day. Sleet's the worst. So that is true.
Yeah, but. Yeah.
And I don't know how long it's going to last. I guess we can talk to Davis about that. I mean, he is our weather guy. So I guess we're going to find out.
He'll get back to you later. So this past week we had our career fair, which went really well. Yeah. We got our headshots back today. I was very lucky enough. We had a great photographer. I got to speak with some great companies about internships and possibly working for them in the future. What was your experience like?
So we got to wear our awesome power outfits, which is obviously great. Love that. And so obviously went and talked to everybody. It was really cool, like for the experience. Even as a freshman, I know that I might not get the internships, but I think having the experience is really important for next year and the years after for when I come and like I'm really seriously,
like just getting your name out there.
Exactly. And just like learning how to have kind of those interview conversations.
Absolutely.
So I would encourage anybody even if you're not in like journalism school, if your school all does like career fairs, please go and like just put your name out there.
Absolutely. And I mean, there will be more throughout the year. I know the journalism school is not the only one that does the career fairs. Look into what your major is. Well, you know what your major is, obviously, but look into when they are having their career fair, and definitely go look into that because I think it was a really great experience and resume builder.
And also you can get those headshots, which is really crucial to your resume.
100%.
Well. So this week, as I'm sure most of you know, or I hope most of you know, it's homecoming, and on Saturday we will be playing number 6 Oklahoma, which is going to be a really good game. Hoping the rain goes out by that time because I don't want to be standing in a rainy game. But there's a lot of stuff going on for homecoming this week, and obviously the game, and it's an early game.
It is.
11 o'clock is kind of early. I'm gonna have to like get up to go to the game.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of like, it's my Saturday.
I know, my friends, we always, my friends, shout out to them, they always like to get there like an hour and a half before, 2 hours, like an hour before the doors even open. So thinking about like planning, I'm like, what time are we even gonna get there this weekend?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, are we getting breakfast? No breakfast? Like, how does lunch factor in?
Pick up a coffee on the way, maybe?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Everybody's gonna have to be a little bit different on their schedules.
But it will be nice to have that the night to celebrate.
That is true. Because sometimes when you have a late game, like you can't really like go out afterwards, like hang out with people because it's like 10 o'clock at night. You're like, what do I do at this point? Yeah. So it'll be different. It'll be fun.
I'm probably gonna go home and take a nap, go out for dinner.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Game, nap, go back out. I think we're onto something.
Yeah,
here,
absolutely.
So. But otherwise, do you have any plans for the weekend?
For the weekend, well, obviously, Halloween is next Tuesday. We are very excited for that. This weekend, I think some of my friends are going to come over. And then Sunday, there's a choir concert at Corpus Christi.
I'm going to that.
I have a solo for it.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So
yeah, one of my friends, she sings Zaina. I don't know if you know her, but yeah.
4 o'clock, Corpus Christi. There's going to be some great music there. And I'm very excited for it.
That's really,
I'm very
cool.
excited for that.
Yeah, so I will be there. Support me. I'll get a picture. We can get it on here for you guys.
Absolutely. But we, other than that, I have a few exams next week, so I'm probably going to be doing some studying this weekend. I haven't decided when, but I'm going to be a tooth one night for
That's what I was going to ask, is Halloween costumes.
My sister, shout out Elizabeth, she was the tooth fairy at cheer camp and got a whole tooth costume. So I was like, hey, could I borrow the tooth costume? So that should be about it. What are you up to this weekend?
My costume is Ebenezer Scrooge. So I have like the nightcap. I have like the whole robe, the whole thing. So yeah.
That sounds fun.
I don't think Barry's a fan of my outfit choice, but that's all right. We're going to move past that.
It should be good.
But no, Halloween weekend will be fun, and then we have Halloween on Tuesday, and then we'll be back in the studio.
So we'll definitely have some pictures for you next week.
Absolutely.
But I think that is all that we have as of right now, but we are going to get back to you after the break with the rest of the news, weather, sports, and everything you need to know about KU. So thank you.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Welcome back. We don't have a special guest today, but we do have a video segment from Elias Moser, a film major with a journalism minor. He picked an unusual topic for his weekly exploration of the KU campus. Take a look.
There are many bathrooms on campus, the best of which is on the 3rd floor of Stauffer Flint. Boasting pristine tile walls and a 14-mile view of Lawrence, this bathroom is the crown stool of campus. However, I am not interested in the best bathrooms on campus, but rather the worst. That way, in an emergency situation, I know where to steer clear of. Today, I will be exploring the worst bathrooms on campus. One bathroom that has always stood out is the 2nd floor of Wesco. With missing ceiling tiles, secondary lights that don't work, and stalls so small I couldn't think of any good shots, the 2nd floor of Wesco has everything you don't want in a bathroom. Moving to one of the most cursed locations on campus is the wrong 1st floor of Malott. It is a particularly eerie place. The bathroom, however, is much worse. With bad lighting and a set of urinals that makes me wonder if blood will pour out of the next elevator I use, I quickly leave a bathroom that I recommend no one use. At this point, I realized that most bad bathrooms were the same. Dimly lit, poorly maintained, and decorated like it's still the 50s. There was, however, one building so bad that nearly every bathroom inside of it could make this list. Summerfield. As much as I wanted to share the wonderfully bad experience that is Summerfield bathrooms, it turns out Summerfield is closed on the weekends.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm Adriana.
And I'm Mariana Medina. This is your Wednesday Good Evening KU News Brief. The war rages on in the Middle East. More than 700 Palestinians have been killed by Israel airstrikes in the Gaza Strip over the past 24 hours, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. While Israel's military said it struck 400 terror targets and killed several Hamas commanders. According to BBC, Israel officials also declared it will not stop its attacks despite Hamas releases of another 2 hostages.
The 4th candidate for Speaker of the House is Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson. The House of Representatives was expected to vote today. A nominee needs 217 votes to win, and the Republican Party goes back to square one. The previous nominee, Tom Emmer, dropped out after he realized he would not win.
Donald Trump is back in New York courtroom to hear the second day of testimony from his ex-fixer, Michael Cohen. Yesterday, Cohen told the court it was his job to inflate assets to whatever figure Trump came up with. The 2 men had not been in the same room together for 5 years, and Cohen described it as a heck of a reunion.
The Lawrence High School Science Department will be hosting a family-friendly haunted house on Sunday. Chesty's Haunted House will be a fundraiser for school supplies, and all visitors are encouraged to come in costume. The event will run from 6 p.m. until 7:30 in the school cafeteria and is free and open to the public.
The KU debate team placed third at the J.W. Patterson debate tournament last month in Kentucky. The sophomore team of John Marshall and John Park were ranked number 22, but after making it to the Final Four, all expectations were removed. Next up, tournament at Harvard and then at Wake Forest.
KU football fans should not expect starting quarterback Jalen Daniels to return this week. At his weekly press conference, head coach Lance Leipold told the media that Daniels is practicing on a limited basis, but remains doubtful. If Daniels does not play, Jason Bean will get the start on Saturday.
That's it for today's news brief. For more in sports, here are Barry and Jacob.
Thank you, Mariana. KU will be taking on an undefeated Oklahoma team and hasn't beaten this century. The last time the Jayhawks beat the Sooners was in 1997 when running back Eric Vann scored on a 99-yard run, tying Gale Sayers for the longest touchdown in school history.
KU is currently 5-2 overall and 2-2 in the Big 12 Conference and looking for that 6th win to become bowl eligible. Fox's Big Noon Kickoff will be here for the pregame show, and kickoff is scheduled for 11 a.m.
The soccer team won its final match of the season on Monday night at Rock Chalk Park. The Jayhawks beat arch rival K-State 2-1 on senior night to jump ahead of the Wildcats in the conference standings. KU finishes 4-8-6 overall, and neither team will advance to the postseason.
Freshman Jocelyn Harema scored her first ever goal and said after the match that it would give the team a good attitude for the offseason.
I think it just gives us more confidence, especially with all we went through the adversity and everything. So I think ending on this good note will really bump up our attitudes and everything.
For her efforts, Harema was named as the Big 12 Freshman of the Week.
Coach Francis said that despite the poor record, the Jayhawks had a good season and just too many matches resulted in 1-goal losses.
I told him at the end, this group, when results don't go your way, and our AD just said it, Travis just said it, our sport can be a beautiful game, but it can also be pretty brutal when you can dominate games and not score and not win the game. And we've had quite a few of those this year, and I was just really happy for the group with the way they were so resilient this year, Regardless of the result, next game it came out, and we were in every game we played in this year, literally every game.
Yesterday, KU Athletics announced that Coach Francis has officially retired after 25 years as the head coach at Kansas. He had 262 career wins, 75 all-conference selections, 9 NCAA tournament appearances, and 263 academic all-conference awards.
The number 14 ranked Kansas volleyball team defeated TCU in 4 sets on Sunday afternoon in Fort Worth, Texas. With the win, the Jayhawks have improved to 14-4 overall and 5-3 in Big 12 play. The Jayhawks will host West Virginia tomorrow and Friday here in Lawrence. Each match will begin at 6:30 p.m. and will be aired on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
That's it for sports. After the break, Davis will be here to tell us if it's going to rain on Saturday during the football game.
Good morning! Welcome to Slow Drip, everybody!
Well, welcome back, Jayhawks. While we are going to see some rain on Saturday, it probably will not affect the football game. But right now we're taking a live shot on Jayhawk Boulevard looking down. It was raining a little bit ago, but now it's just cloudy, and you can see those overcast skies. Those will accumulate more, and we will see a higher chance for some showers later on tonight. However, our current temperatures right now, it is 66 in Lawrence, up in Leavenworth and Ottawa, and Topeka too. We're all staying relatively the same. But over in Kansas City, it is 67 degrees. The reason for that being is that all these clouds are coming through, and as the air temperature is rising, so is our humidity level. So it is very uncomfortable, very sticky outside right now. Our satellite, we got all these thick clouds coming right in. So those will be hovering over us, and some thicker patches down towards our south will also move up and to the east, and we will start to see more showers coming through the rest of the night. Tonight, it's going to be 66, so around the same temperature it is now, 10 to 15 miles of southern winds. Showers are likely, and we're at precipitation chance of 70%, so we most likely will see some showers. I don't think there'll be anything like last night where it's keeping you up with all the thunder and the lightning. Hourly planner for tonight, start at 7 p.m. It's 69 degrees, so it's really, really uncomfortable right now because that humidity is up really high too. 9 p.m. we're at 68, and we stay the same. We stay relatively the same throughout the rest of the night, but our winds also are staying the same. But if we're taking a look into the class planner for tomorrow, those showers carry on through the early morning hours, and around 8 a.m. is when we start to see a little bit of a break. It's at 64 degrees. It won't be too humid, but the humidity will still stay, and around 10 a.m., we're at 66 degrees and it's cloudy, but towards the afternoon, towards lunchtime and all that stuff, and then when you get out of class, you're going to see mostly cloudy skies. So no rain, but there's still going to be clouds coming through. Taking a look at our extended forecast. So tomorrow we got a chance for those scattered storms. Friday is mostly cloudy. Saturday for the game. Now those showers will come in towards later hours of the day, around 2 or 3 p.m., but we should be mostly clear for the game. We are going to have some clouds over there, and it might be a little bit humid, but as you can see, it's 47 degrees. That's our high on Saturday, so it is going to be cold. Wear a jacket to the game. Wear a pretty thick jacket. It's going to be cold. Sunday, so the rest of the weekend is fine. We are seeing some chances for showers on Sunday. And then look at this. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, sunshine, but it's cold. It's cold. We're back to those fall temperatures, and we're starting to see some early signs of winter coming through. Your Halloween forecast, on Tuesday, it's going to be 44 degrees with a low of 24. So if you're dressing up for Halloween, maybe cover up a little bit, put on a jacket going out, or stay inside, go to some parties. As we can see, but going through our extended forecast, everything looks a little bit jangled, and that is because it's the Midwest weather. It's our Midwest weather that we all know and love. Low temperatures are going to stay low throughout the week, and be sure that you start wearing a jacket towards the beginning of next week and the early parts of this weekend. And that's all the time we have for Good Evening KU. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for KUJH News at 11:30. I'm Davis Clark with the weather. Thank you.